In the bottom right, spawning as the teal on player one side, we have Mastro versus Saikoya up in the top left, playing the yellow Emeric as player two. We are on Gilgamesh, one of the most long-standing double trouble maps. It's been in Groove War 4 and now Groove War 7. It was out of the rotation for a while, but now it's back. And we've seen it a lot this tournament, and we're seeing like very standard opening from both players. Swords coming down on the sides, commanders coming down to capture, and both of them, sometimes you'll see them heal off of here, which allows them to kind of contest against the swords a little bit better. But that does put you a little bit behind on economy if you go for that. And Mastro, they're just going to go for the recapture. This seems pretty normal. And Saikoya, what are they going to do? Are they also going to go for the recapture? No, they're actually going to contest against the sword. A little bit of divergence here. Shu in chat saying, Vesper versus not Vesper. Yeah, Vesper is pretty dang strong on this map. Although funnily, Saikoya is one of the most vocal people in the community, I would say, about, you know, Vesper isn't that strong. And wow, takes down that village again. I don't know if that was guaranteed, but now they have Groove. And they have a mage behind this, so that is active mage crit wherever they want it. And what do we got over here? Vesper's pushing up. You got this knight and the sword. And actually, we're seeing a real divergence because, yeah, like Saikoya's like, I'm going to go for the dragon because lots of road in the center. They've got that mage. And dragon with Emeric is pretty strong because, you know, crystal gets dropped and suddenly that is the dragon with like 30% reduced damage taken. Means it can tank mage hits much better. Like archers don't really hurt it that badly. And it just allows it to be a lot more aggressive. But Saikoya is behind on this economy right now. Things aren't looking so good, and Mastro, you know, built their own dragon in response to this because they have that economic lead. And they're going to continue to have that lead. Evened up for one turn. Mastro repositioning. Getting ready to put pressure on the center. And what is Saikoya going to be able to do here? They need to do some kind of pressure because Vesper is 65% groove. But no crystals coming down. Wow, that's a scary thing to see. And just lots of balloons. And actually, here's the other really strong thing about Emeric. Balloons under crystal just don't die to pretty much anything. I think it's like ballista crits the only thing that, or ballista and mage crits can kill them, but yeah, it's a bit spooky. And wow, Vesper 90% groove. This push from Mastro looking really strong. And Saikoya just has to attack into it. Here we go. Knight goes down to the dragon. Alright, we're gonna see crystal, and we're gonna see mage crits. We're gonna see sword hits coming in. Alright, there's that mage crit. Dog's gonna come in. Ooh, uses the mage crit to finish off the enemy mage. You don't often see mage on mage fights because, you know, damage is so low between those two. It's like, oh yeah, they're putting everything under this crystal. And I don't know how that's going to work out, because the weakness of putting everything under the crystal is suddenly your opponent can just keep slamming you with units over and over. Everything that isn't under the crystal is about to get killed. Or at least is very vulnerable. And oh, there goes the swords. That sword just barely lives. And what's Vesper going to do? Just going to stand on this mountain. She's about to have groove. There we go. And what can Saikoya do? They lost their mage actually, so no kill on that dragon for them. Gonna clear up some of this army, but Vesper's about to throw Groove down. Alright, we're gonna see some healing coming out. Ooh, healing heavily off of that village on the sword. Does limit what available heals are gonna be happening later. And yeah, no punish on this dragon. And oh! Pop goes the weasel. There goes that crystal. And a witch taking a bit of a zigzag pass right there. But I do believe Emeric's about to die. Because this Night Crit won't kill, but you know, Vesper Groove's gonna get dropped on his head. And that sword just has enough health. So there's two witches, Emeric might be able to escape, but yeah, and Saikoya's just like, yeah, I'm done. There's no way I can come out of that. And Mastro just takes game one. Very, very clean. And I think we can get some stats here. So let's see if we can get this to work. Oh, we do not have endgame stats, I'm afraid. There must be some kind of error with the mod right now. Alas! I don't know if we necessarily need stats for that one. It just looked like Mastro had the leads and was able to just like convert off of it. Emeric got very held up in that corner over there. Took a while to take that village. And then by the time he was able to throw down Crystal, he'd already lost a lot of map control. He's already been behind on income for a while, and just, yeah, things pushed in, stuff died. And yeah. And Shu in chat saying, Emeric needs territory and army for Crystal to be live, yeah. And he had some army, but it wasn't quite enough, and puts it all into Crystal in range of his opponent being able to attack him. Anyway, that's the other weakness of Crystal. If you put everything under it for the defense bonus, it doesn't really help that much if your opponent just keeps slamming into you. Because if they're able to just do damage despite you being under Crystal, yeah, things aren't going to work out. And there was a Witch Hex in there as well, which cuts into that defense. It does flat 10% damage to like pretty much everything under the Crystal. So, yep. And then Mastro able to just throw down Groove at the end, catches Emeric out of position. And yeah, very clean game one for Mastro.